rising interest rates, talk of a recession. Is the market going to crash in the Phoenix area or anywhere in the nation? Hey, I'm Kelley Norton. I'm your AZ Realty lady, and I would really like today to just share with you kind of what I'm seeing in the Phoenix real estate market, talking to appraisers, other real estate agents. So stay tuned for a little market update.
Hi, I'm Kelley Norton, your AZ Realty lady at eXp Realty. Count on me for all things Arizona real estate.
So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kelley Norton. I'm known as the AZ Realty lady. I'm a Valley native right here from Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm a real estate agent of over 20 years right here in the Valley as well. So today's video is to give you a little bit of a pulse of what's going on in today's real estate market in the Phoenix area for May 2022. So let's go. So number one, in speaking with appraisers, things are starting to slow down just a little bit for them. Remember, they had refis that were just going crazy, this huge refi boom. Refi is short for refinance, just in case you didn't know that. So lots of refinances have slowed down. Now the interest rates were in, the low threes, and people were even locking in the high 2%. So for a refinance, this was amazing. For purchase, this is amazing. But now, rates have gone up a bit and people are more in that 5 to 6 range for their interest rates. So refinancing might not make sense for a lot of people. So we are seeing that refinancing is starting to slow down. So appraisers are just getting a little less busy, but they still have purchase business that's coming in. So that brings me to the real estate side of it. Are people still buying? The answer is yes. In the Phoenix market, there are a lot of people that are still buying. You have to remember that we have climate that brings people here. We have businesses that are bringing their companies to the Phoenix and the suburb areas around Phoenix. So you have Intel out in the East Valley, you have the Taiwan Semiconductor out in the Northwest Valley, and there's many, many more. So these are bringing thousands of jobs to our market. So even though interest rates are rising, the rent prices are still worse than if you were to get a mortgage. So what it's doing is it's just changing the affordability level that the buyers have. So if they were qualifying before at 4.5% and now they're having to qualify, 0.75% higher, it's just going to reduce what their purchase price was that they could qualify for. So I think that you're going to start to see where people who have leased solar on their home, it might start to affect those listings just a tad bit more. This is why. Because when someone's purchase ability is already being adjusted by the interest rate, now they also have to qualify for the solar. So let's just use some simple numbers. So if originally they were qualifying for 500, and let's say that now with the interest rate change, they're only qualifying for 460, but then to qualify for the solar on top of it, that actually makes their qualifying, let's just say 450. So, and again, I'm just using easy numbers. They're not calculated properly, but I'm just using easy numbers for you. So you have two adjustments in that purchase ability. So I think that we'll start to see a little bit of a change with people being so willing to purchase homes that have the least solar, because it's going to affect their purchase price in the end. So they might not be able to afford the house that was normally listed at 470 with the solar, because they have to qualify for the solar with the mortgage. If it's paid off solar, then they don't need to. So, so just to give you an idea of kind of some of the ways that I'm seeing it be affected. Now, we are still seeing multiple offers. So people are still offering above asking. We still have, bidding wars, a lot of people call it. We're still seeing waived appraisals or an appraisal waiver with a cap amount. What that means is that, let's say the purchase price on the contract is $600,000 and it appraises for $580. A full waiver would mean that the buyer's going to come up with that $20,000 difference. If it appraised for $510, a full waiver would mean that the buyer's going to come up with $90,000 difference. But if they put a cap on it and they say something like, in the event that the purchase price were to, or the appraised value to be lower than the purchase price, then the buyer will pay the difference between appraised value and purchase price not to exceed so and so amount. So if you put not to exceed 30,000, then even if it appraised at 520, then the buyer is only going to be paying 550, because if it appraised at 520, then they're going to go 30,000 above the appraised value. And then if it were to appraise, let's say 590, then they're only going to pay 600, because they're paying 30,000 above the appraised value, but not to exceed the purchase price of 600,000. So that's a really quick breakdown of kind of how that appraisal waiver works, but we are still seeing that in our market right now. So things have not slowed down in the Phoenix market. You still have the kind of buyer rush of people trying to purchase property. And as they're seeing now the interest rates rise, which we've been warning about, they're starting to see that they can't afford as much as they could before. So they're trying to really hurry and grab that property. So another thing to think about, if you're thinking about renting, remember, if you rent for a year and the interest rates continue to go up, if right now you're in kind of that $400,000 to $500,000 price range, if the interest rates go up and prices stay the same or continue to rise, which is what all the predictions are, then you're going to be priced out of the market and you may not be able to afford to purchase. So just keep that in mind when you're balancing renting and buying. So I hope that you found this video helpful. Again, just a quick little market update. Things are still very busy here in the Phoenix market. It's still very much a seller's market. We're just seeing the interest rates affects buyers' ability a bit, and the appraisers are starting to get a little bit more availability in their schedule because there's not as many refinances. So subscribe to the channel and click the bell. I would be more than happy to help you in the future if you're looking to relocate to or within the Phoenix and surrounding areas. But again, subscribe and click the bell so that you'll be notified when I put up new videos. Take care and have a great day.